So we will start sitting nice and tall. Lengthen up through the crown of the head, soften the shoulders, and really allow yourself to arrive. So taking this time just for you, a nourishment break in the middle of your busy day, a gift to let your body reset and to be fully present. And let's see if we can settle and sink our pelvis and our seat into the earth beneath us. Lifting through the heart, softening the shoulders. And just begin with checking in to see how we are feeling. Where is our attention? And then we just have that invitation to move from our head into our bodies. Keeping that lovely lift in the chest, softness in the shoulders. And each time we notice the mind wandering or thinking or planning or anticipation kicking in, just come back to right here, right now. And we'll do 3 grounding breaths to begin, inhaling deeply and exhaling with a lovely large sigh. 2 more, inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. And once more, nice long in-breath and exhaling. And floating back to your natural rhythm of breath. And wrapping your body in a sense of softness. And each movement we do through this practice, just working with your body's edge of what feels good and nourishing today. When you feel ready, dropping right ear to the right shoulder. Allow the weight of the head to release any tension from your neck. Slowly we come to center. And then we drop the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. And slowly come to center. Lift the chin, let the head hang back, stretch the chin high towards the sky. And take it to center. And then chin comes onto your chest, lengthening the back of the neck. And slowly to center. Eyes open, arms face each other, pulse right over left. Elbows and the wrists cross, lift the elbows away from the chest. And we circle. So as we circle, we're trying to stimulate that flow of energy, removing any blockages, tightness, or tension. And then we go opposite direction. Big circle, flowing movement. And right back to center. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, roll the elbows down and take that forward fold. Soften the shoulders, head comes down. And then come to center. Inhale to reach. Gently release and fall forward. And come to center. And once more, reach. Release and fold. We'll take 3 deep breaths here, inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Inhaling and exhaling. And once more, breathing in deeply and exhale fully. Roll the body up. Uncross the arm, taking opposite arm over. Lift the elbows away and we circle. So as you circle, think about really getting into any sticky or tight or tense parts of the body. And just change direction as you flow, keeping everything really juicy in the body. And back to center. Inhale to reach high. Exhale, roll the elbows down and forward fold. And slowly come to center. Inhale to reach. Gently release and forward fold. Take it to center. Once more, reaching, releasing and folding. We stay for 3 breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhaling and exhaling. And once more, breathe in and exhale. Roll the body up. Uncross the arms. Straight away, we'll take hands behind the head. And we're going to inhale, open the elbows and the armpits wide as we can. Big in breath. And exhale, close the elbows at the elbows meet in front of the forehead. Inhale to open wide lungs, wide armpits, wide elbows. Exhale, empty the air out, take the elbows to meet. Two more like this. Inhale, full expansion into the lungs, into the armpits, into the elbows. And exhale, emptying everything out. And once more, inhaling deep, wide and full. And exhaling fully. Allow the arms to float out to the side, bringing in a side bend. Inhale, we'll go to one side, pick a side. And exhale, bring it right back to center. Inhale, floating to the opposite side. And exhale, coming to center. Once more to each side. Take an inhale into your side bend. And exhale, float back. Inhale to a side bend. And exhale, float back. Allow the arms to come all the way down. Take your left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Sitting tall, and we gently twist, look over the shoulder. So drop the back shoulder, try and see what's behind you. Twist a little deeper, bring movement into your spine. And slowly come to center. Opposite side, hand comes in behind you, hand to the knee. Lengthen tall and gently twist, look right back behind. All the way. And slowly come to center. Once more to each side. Hand comes in, hand to the knee. Gently twist, look back over the shoulder. Find that new spot behind you. And take it to center. Last time, last side. Hand comes in. Gently twist, drop the back shoulder. And slowly come to center. Interlace fingers. Chin to the chest. Reach and stretch forward. Open out the shoulder blades. Reaching and stretching, stretching and reaching. And sitting really tall, hands into the heart. Again, chin to the chest, separate shoulders, reaching and stretching further forward than you think you can. Open out the shoulders, soften the shoulders and reach. And sit tall, hands into the heart. And once more, stretching and reaching. And hands coming into the heart. Take the hands to the knees, nice little circles here. Just bring a little bit of movement in around the hips and lower back, particularly if you've been sitting. And then we change directions. So almost like you're rolling the upper body on the lower body. And back to center. And then hinge forward, chin out long in front of you, chin towards the earth. And coming back to center. Two more like that. Big inhale, lifting up and stretch, leading the chin. Come as far forward as you can. Feel that maximum length down the spine and stretch into your hips. Rolling all the way up once more. Deep in breath. Exhale, leading the chin, hinge forward as far forward as you can, as though you're trying to place your chin on the earth, stretching and lengthening the spine, opening to the hips, and roll the body up. And then slowly and gently, let's come onto the hands and knees. Making sure your knees are padded, if that feels good. You're going to arch the spine up really high, pressing the hands into the earth. And then on your exhale, bum sticks out, eyes look up. Curling under, draw the belly in, separate the shoulders, arching high. And as you exhale, bum sticks out. And once more, drawing in, arching high. And releasing. Taking it back to a neutral spine, right hand forward, left leg behind you. You're going to inhale, reach into the fingers and toes. Exhale, tap down. On the next breath, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tap down. Inhale and exhale, elbow to knee. Reaching out and gently releasing. Back on both hands and knees. Draw the belly in, arching really high. Exhaling, softening. And again, curling under, arching. And gently releasing. We're going to do the same thing to the second side. Left hand forward, right leg out behind you. Inhale to reach. Exhale to tap down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale, tap down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Two more sets. Inhale to reach. Exhale down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow, knee. Last set. Inhale to reach. Exhale down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach it out and return. Again, we press into our hands, arch high. And bum out, eyes up. Really enjoy the spine moving. Press into your hands, arching really high. And softening. Take it back to a neutral spine. We place right hand in the middle of the mat and right knee, and really lengthen out the left leg and stretch the left arm high. So you're going to circle that arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. Keep the hips really high. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're going to thread the arm under, touch the back of that right shoulder blade and lift that right leg and pulse, left leg, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes down, fingers reach high. Again, we thread the arm under, reach the back of the shoulder blade and pulse the top leg. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes down, fingers high. And once more, thread the arm under, nice long leg and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes down, fingers high. Really plant those left baby toes into the mat. And then we're going to stretch the left arm all the way up and over as though you're trying to touch the floor. Lift the hip high to the sky. Press each of your toes into the mat. Lift the hip, and then the fingers are being magnetized towards the earth. Lift the chin. Press, stretch, lift, lengthen. And then slowly we take it back onto both hands. This time we're going to sink our bums back to our heels. Extend the arms forward. Soften the shoulders and allow the head to come down. 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling deeply. And exhale, soften. Inhaling, stretch into the fingers. And as you exhale, sink the bum back to the heels. And once more, inhaling, reaching the body forward. Exhale, soften the bum back to the heels. And then slowly roll the spine up, sitting bum on the heels, sitting tall, relax the shoulders. So sitting with bum on the heels, you're going to take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers and stretch your hands down towards your bum. Lift the chin, lift the chest. On an in-breath, hands lift away from the bum. Twist, look over the left shoulder. Continue to lift the hands away from the bum, looking over the shoulder, and gently come to center. And we twist and go opposite direction. Hands away from the bum. Squeeze the space between the shoulder blades. Continue to lift the hands away from the bum and gently come to center. Squeeze shoulder blades, gently twist. Hands away from bum, looking over the shoulder. And gently come to center. Last time, last side. Gently twist, lift the hands away from bum, squeeze the shoulders. And take it to center. Take a big in-breath. Exhale, bow all the way up and over, taking your forehead to the floor and wiggle the hands up and away as though you're trying to get your hands to touch the floor. Squeeze the space between the shoulder blades, lifting the hands up and away. Squeeze it out. And then slowly and gently keep those hands interlaced. Roll the body all the way up. Keep the hands interlaced. We're going to stand tall on the knees. And you're going to lift the heart and chin to the sky, hands stretched towards the heels. Lift the heart, chin to the sky, hands stretching towards the heels. Lift the chin, lift the heart, hands stretch. Slowly roll back to center. Sit bum down on the heels. Allow the arms to separate and just rest your hands, palms facing up. 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling deeply. Big sigh to exhale. 2 more, inhaling deeply. And exhaling fully. And once more, breathing in. And full exhale. Slowly take it onto the hands and knees again. Fingers spread wide, arms directly under the shoulders. Draw the tummy muscles in and press the hands into the mat, middle back towards the sky. Bum sticks out, eyes look high. Again, curling under, press the hands into the mat, arching up really high. And then bum sticks out, eyes to the sky. Take it back to neutral, left hand in the middle of the mat and left knee, and really lengthen out that right leg. Press all toes into the mat, stretching up right arm high to the sky. Watch you don't collapse into the shoulder at the armpit. Keep lots of activity there. And we circle 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse, like you're undoing shoulder tension. 3, 4, 5. And like the other side, you're going to thread that right arm all the way under. Touch the back of the left shoulder blade, lift that right leg up and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, toes down, fingers reach up really high. Thread the arm under, drop the shoulder, lift the leg and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, toes down, fingers high. Once more, thread the arm under, lift the leg and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, toes down, fingers high. Now really plant each toe into the mat. Arm reaches high to the sky, and then that right arm comes with the ear, reaching for the floor. Hips are high, leg is long, all 5 toes pressing into the mat, opening through the side body, stretching and reaching, reaching and stretching. Hips high, energy in the fingers, leg is long. And then look towards the mat and slowly take yourself back onto hands and knees. And once more, we press hands into the mat, draw the bellies in, arch the spine high, and then allow the bum to stick out, eyes look up. And curling under, pressing into the hands, moving your lovely spines. And then bum sticks out, eyes look up. And once more, pressing into the hands, arching high. And slowly and gently releasing. Now from here, once again, you're going to sit back, bum on the heels. Nice long spine here. Relax the shoulders. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, stretch the arms really high, soften the shoulders. Hands come into prayer, chin lifts. So really try and squeeze the arms at the biceps. Lift the chin so the neck is long. See if you can drop the shoulders in this position and really lengthen the arms. Hands pressing together in prayer. Middle finger reaching towards the sky. Soften the shoulders, neck is long. Inhale, reach a little higher towards the sky, and on your exhale, hinge all the way forward, imagining the nose is coming to the floor first. So reaching forward, as you come towards the mat, stretch the arms forward, and then let the forehead come away towards the mat. Let the nose touch the floor, perhaps maybe letting the chin come towards the mat. Your arms are lengthening out as long and strong as possible. No bend in the elbows, no wrists resting on the mat. Baby fingers, the only part touching the mat. Each inhale, you stretch those arms forward. Each exhale, the bum goes back to the heels. Your forehead, your nose, your chin is touching the mat. And you continue to reach forward with fingers. Send the bum back to the heels. A little more reach forward. A little more drop of the bum back to the heels. Maximum length from the fingers, the armpits, the hips, the heels. Reaching forward and sinking back. Reach more forward and sink more back. Squeeze out any tightness or tension from the shoulder blades. Reaching forward, sinking back. Now, with control, you slowly lift your ears back in between the arms. Switch on the tummy muscles. And without pressing the arms into the mat, use those lovely strong tummies to peel and lift the body all the way up. Use the abs coming all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, slow with control. Reach high to the sky. Then we take our hands behind the head, hands interlaced right at the bottom of the head. We stand tall on the knees, and we're going to squeeze our bums, press our hearts forward, and look high to the sky. Let the weight of your head be supported in the hands. Lift the heart, elbows to the sky, heart to the sky. Press the hips forward. Squeeze your butt more, hips forward, head resting in the hands. And openness through the front side of the body. A little compression in around the waistband, in around the lower back. Lift the chin, lift the heart. And then slowly come to center. Keep your hands where they are. Watch for dizziness. Slowly allow the bum to come down to the heels. Fold the elbows forward. And we're going to curl into a tiny ball here. So chin to the chest. Keeping the bum with the heels. Curl into the tiniest little ball you can be. Working bum to the heels. And working little by little forehead to the knees. Elbows pointing back towards the heels. We're trying to crack a little bit of space between each vertebrae with the bum on the heels, the forehead into the knees. A little bit of space between each vertebrae. Draw the belly in. Keep the bum towards the heels, the forehead to the knees. And as you visualize each vertebrae, imagining a little bit of space between each vertebrae here. And then slowly roll the body with control all the way up, head last to come up. Once you've stacked each vertebrae, you can release the hands. Again, let the palms face the thighs, let the eyes close. And just paying attention to the changing sensations in the body. Noticing your breath, your temperature, your heart rate. and just the gift of being and stretching and moving and breathing. And then slowly and gently again, we come forward to the hands and knees, but this time the emphasis is going to be on our hips. So just going to where it feels good in your body and being really mindful of any hip injuries. Right knee comes all the way to the right wrist, and we open the shin so it's parallel to the front of the mat. If it feels good, we slide and lengthen the left leg as far back as we can. So really tuck the toes, and with the knee off the floor, slide back. And when you can't go any further, release the foot, let the knee come down. And then we can have a little wobble side to side. And if you can either stay like this, or if it feels good, drop onto the elbows, soften the shoulders, and maybe make a little cushion for your head by stacking the hands and let the head come down. Just tuning into where the shoulders have gone. Let's see if we can drop the shoulders down. Let the head rest and breathe. Feel the outside of the bum, thigh, and hips stretching here. Slow, deep in breaths and deep, full exhales. Shoulders away from the ears, head resting into the earth and breathing. And then press your hands into the mat. Come right up onto the fingertips. When you feel ready, float that left arm high, looking right up into the fingers. Lift the chin, lift the heart, stretch high into the left fingers. Keep the hips low and stretch a little higher. And then slowly and gently release. Right arm reaches up, so energy all the way up, right up into the fingers. Soften the shoulders, lift into the fingers, but keeping the shoulders soft and keep the pelvis heavy. Reaching high, soften the shoulders, and slowly and gently release. Now from here, you can either stay like this, or if it feels okay for you, we're going to drop down onto the left elbow. We're going to look back over that right shoulder, and we're going to bend the left leg in. So option one, we're just looking for that left foot. If it's all feeling okay and you're injury free, you can reach back, right hand, holding that left foot, and then you start to kick the foot away. So you get a stretch to the front of the thigh. Watch you don't collapse into the left shoulder. Focus on kicking away and feel that openness through the hips. Kick, 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 kick. So you're getting a stretch in that arm, that right arm that's holding the foot, because you're kicking so strong. The front of your quad is opening, the shoulder is opening, and you may feel a little stretch in the front of the groin. And then gently release that foot. Return your right hand to the mat. Straighten up the left hand. And we're going to soften the shoulders, and we're going to go into downward dog. So you tuck the left toes under, press the weight through the hands, and lift up into downward dog. And we'll start with downward dog with bending one knee and then the other. Whatever feels good for you. You can do it quickly or slowly, but just moving through, straightening and bending the legs. Shoulders are soft, arm strength. And then when it feels good for you, come back to center. Let's inhale, lift the heels really high, working up high as you can, right up. And then exhale, plant the heels into the mat, soften the shoulders, let the head hang. Inhale, reaching really high, heels lift, 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 lift. And then drop the heels down, soften the shoulders, head hangs. And once more, lifting really high, heels lift high. And then plant the heels down. Press the floor away, soften the shoulders, get maximum stretch through the legs. Arms are active, softening shoulders. And then we come forward, we drop to the knees. And we're going to repeat to the opposite side. Left knee comes up to the left wrist. Any injuries, you may choose to stay like this. If it feels okay, we open that shin, taking it parallel to the front of the mat. And then we tuck the right toes under and slide the leg back. Keep the knee off the floor and see if you can slide it back a little bit more. Knee off the floor, slide it back. And when you can't slide any further, then you allow the knee to come down. You untuck the toes. Maybe a little wiggle here, side to side. Constantly checking in the shoulders are soft, but you're not letting them creep up. And then we drop down onto the elbows. See how that feels? Maybe making a little pillow for the head, softening shoulders, let the head rest down. and opening into the outside of the bum, the thigh, the hip. Stretch and lengthen that lovely leg back. Soften the shoulders. Breathe deeply. Slow, deep in breaths and deep, full exhales. And then when you feel ready, press the hands into the mat. Roll the shoulders down. You're going to think about that right arm, and we reach the right arm up high to the sky. So the hips must stay low as you stretch high up into the fingers. Reaching up, soften the shoulder, but keep the length through the arm. Keep the hips low, arm high, stretching and reaching, reaching and stretching. And then slowly and gently we allow that arm down. Left arm, same thing. You reach, but the shoulder stays soft. You get length through the arm, the hip stays low. Reach into the fingers, nice as hand. Softening down, reaching high, soften, and slowly and gently release. So when you feel ready, you can either stay like this or drop down onto that right elbow. And just looking back over the left shoulder, see if you can see that left or right leg out behind you. Option to stay here, or we bend that right knee in. And you can stay here, or you take the left hand back to find the foot. Keeping the weight in the right elbow, soften the shoulder, keep the armpit active, and then begin to kick back. So as you're kicking back, you're kicking so much, you feel a lengthening down the front of that right quad. You feel an opening through that left shoulder, and it's a big stretch here. So kick so you really feel the shoulder opening, the quad lengthening, and maybe even a release at the front of the pelvis. So kick and kick and kick, and then slowly and gently release. Slowly come back to center. Press to straighten the arms. Tuck the toes, and again we're back up into downward dog. And just see how the body wants to move in downward dog. Might be bending or straightening the legs. Might be just easing out the neck. Or you might be happy stationary, but see how your body wants to be in downward dog. And then looking forward between the hands. Bend the knees, nice little bounce through the legs. Look forward, right foot comes forward, left foot comes forward. We're going to stay here, feet hip distance apart. Let's let the head hang down. Index and middle fingers are going to hook onto the big toes. Let the head hang, and then we're going to press to straighten the legs. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, head is hanging down. Holding those big toes, bend the elbows out to the side, take the forehead into the shins, press to straighten the legs. Allowing the head to hang, soften the neck, press the legs back, hold those big toes, and then inhale, lift the heart, look forward. We bend the knees, we step the fingers underneath the feet, fingers point right back to the heels, toes up the wrists, and again we press into the legs. Like we're sandwiching ourselves over in half, upper body and forehead comes right into the shins, soften the shoulders, lengthen the legs, press the legs back. Lots of energy, big toes pressing down into the hands, shoulders are soft, head coming in towards the shins, and we breathe here. Slow, deep in breaths, deep, full exhales. Press the toes into the hands. Nice, long, straight legs. Forehead coming into the shins, breathing. And then let's bend the knees. Turn your toes out to each side. And we're going to drop our bums down. Now, if this is a struggle, widen the feet. And for those of you who find this easy, feet a little narrower, we're going to try and at the lowest bum, hands press inside the knees. And then we try to straighten the spine a little. So bum down, head lifts, press into the feet. Can we root down a little more into those heels? Can we press into all toes? Can we activate the feet here? As we drop the bum, we soften the shoulders, and we find length through the spine. Lengthening the spine, dropping the bum down, lifting through the heart, softening the shoulders. If you're letting the heels rise, see what happens when you try and get the heels down. Just a little, like magnets from your heels into the earth. Okay, and then keep the weight through the feet, press into your feet, and slowly and gently come all the way up the your band. Turn the toes back to parallel and reach high towards the sky. Reaching high, feet parallel, press the heels into the earth. Left hand is going to hold the right wrist. We reach all the way up, and then we're going to draw ourselves over to the left. Now keep pressing into your feet. We want activity and energy into those heels. Hips out, arms over, lift the chin. Press into the feet and stretch. Press into the feet, more stretch. Pressing into the feet, hips out, arms over, and then slowly come to center. Taking left wrist, reach really high. Over we go, hips out, arms over. Lift the chin, press into the feet. Really find space, armpit to hip, hip to heel. Create space between the ribs and the hips. Hips out, arms over, stretching and reaching, reaching and stretching, opening through the spine. And then slowly come to center. Release the arms down. You're going to take the arms behind you, interlace the fingers, stretch your hands down past your bum. Lift the hands away, twist and look over left shoulder. Keep lifting the hands away from the bum. Twist, twist, twist. Squeeze the space between the shoulder blades. Gently come to center and twist opposite direction. Lift the hands away from the bum. Squeeze the space between the shoulder blades. Continue to lift the hands away from the bum and gently come to center. Now, a little soft bend of the knees. Keep that sensation of squeeze between shoulder blades, and we fold all the way up and over as though our forehead is coming to our shins. Hands come up and away. Wiggle the hands more away from the bum and the back. And if we can, we press to straighten the legs. Let the head hang down. Lift the hands up and away. Forehead coming into the shins. Hands coming up and away from the bum. Squeeze the space between the shoulder blades. Let the head go really floppy here. And then keep the hands interlaced. Soften the knees, press into your feet, and slowly roll all the way up. Lift the chin, lift the heart, stretch your hands towards your heels, lift the chin. And come to center and release. And just feel that tension leave the body. 3 deep breaths here, inhaling deeply. And exhaling. 2 more, inhale deeply. And exhaling. And once more, breathing in. And exhaling. When you feel ready, take the weight into the left leg. Right foot comes to the ankle or the calf. Or if the balance is good today, you can take the heel to the groin. Knee goes to the side. Picking one point to focus on. And then standing really tall. Hands come to prayer in front of the heart. Relax the shoulders. If you've got the wobble, foot goes a little lower. And then inhale, reach high. Drop the shoulders. Reaching really high into the fingers and roosh the standing leg into the earth. Shoulders are soft, arms are reaching high, holding here. Hands in prayer above the head, holding. And slowly hands to prayer in front of the heart. And if you can, balance here by closing the eyes for 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Switching legs, weight in the right leg, hip to heel really strong and connected. Foot goes to the ankle or the calf, or the heel goes higher if the balance is working today. Knee is out to the side, chest lifts, tummies are in. And we really take our hands in prayer in front of the heart, picking one point to focus on. Soften the shoulders, lift the heart, neck is long. And then inhale, reach, drop the shoulders. Neck is long, energy right up into the fingers. Soften the shoulders and hold it here. Draw the belly in, holding. Hands in prayer above the head, hold it here. And slowly hands to prayer in front of the heart. Foot pressing into the leg pressing into the foot. Lift the heart, soften the shoulders. And if the balance is working, closing the eyes for me. For 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Well done. Come to sitting on your mats and take the 2 legs straight out in front of you. Move the flesh away from the seat bones so you can feel your seat bones in contact with the earth. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, folding forward. So if you're nowhere near your toes, you just bend the knees, take the toes, those you can. Really stretching over the feet, soften the shoulders, let the head come down. Wherever you are, drop the shoulders, let the head come heavy. And really point the toes back towards you so you feel the sensation of length. Lower back lengthening, lengthening right through the legs. We drop the shoulders, we let the head come down. We're going to breathe deep, full breaths here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Inhaling deeply and exhale fully. And once more, breathing in deeply and exhale. Roll the body slowly all the way up. Slide that right heel into the bum. We're going to pick the right foot up, cross it over. Use the left arm to hold that knee in close and twist looking back over the right shoulder. Keeping energy in that left leg so it stays flexed and active, and just turning and twisting, looking right back behind you. Feel the sensation of the outside of that hip, turning, twisting, lengthening, and slowly come to center. Uncross the leg, lengthen it out, slide left heel all the way up and in. Pick it up, cross it over, hug the knee, and twist. So lots of energy in the straight leg, hug the knee in, drop the back shoulder, twist and look behind you. Twist and look a little further. Soften the shoulder, twist, and slowly come to center. Uncross the ankle, lengthen the leg out. So we're going to slowly transition back to lie on our backs. Taking a moment here with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And begin with a little rock of the pelvis. Press the heels into the mat and pick that pelvis up high towards the sky. Hip bones high towards the sky. Press the feet into the earth. Weight is in the head and the shoulders and the heels. Can we peel another vertebrae off the mat? And then slowly, as though you're placing them down vertebrae by vertebrae, press into the feet and slowly and gently rolling and releasing each vertebrae all the way down. Again, pressing into the feet, a little rock of the pelvis, and press to lift slowly and gently, curling each vertebrae all the way up. Hip bones high to the sky. Engage the glutes, lift the hips high. And then slowly and gently, curling and releasing each vertebrae all the way down. Lengthen out the left leg. Draw your right knee in. Take hold just below the right knee. Take it to the side and work that right knee into the armpit. Left leg stays out really long, right knee into the armpit. Get a little pinching feeling, knee into the armpit, leg out long. A little squeeze and pinch here, holding and breathing, breathing and squeezing. And slowly and gently release. Draw the left leg all the way up and in, 10 fingers just below the knee. Take it to the side and work the knee into the armpit. Keep the right leg really long, pinning both shoulders onto the mat. Resist the urge to roll to one side. Squeezing that knee into the armpit. Pinching, feeling in the hip, opposite leg out long. And slowly and gently release. And then we take both knees in, get the lower back to the floor, lift the head up, reaching round, holding the bony elbows. Let the head go back to the earth. Arm strength, drawing the knees in, lower back strength, dropping the lower back to the earth. Arm strength, drawing in, releasing the lower back. Keep holding the elbows, dropping the lower back towards the earth, drawing in, dropping the pelvis, coming in a little more, dropping a little lower. And then slowly and gently releasing both feet to the mat. Take a moment here. One final spinal. You're going to take your knees into your chest again. Drop your knees over to the left. Left hand presses down on that right knee. And then turn your gaze, look over the right shoulder. See how that feels, really stretching and releasing it around the waistband. 3 deep breaths here, inhaling deeply and exhale fully. Breathing in and exhale. And once more, breathing in deeply. Exhale fully. Release your grip on the knees, draw the bellies in, lift the knees right back to center. Take a moment, and then we drop the knees all the way over to the right. Right hand pressing on the left knee. You can either stay like that or extend the left arm out. Turn and twist your gaze and reaching left. Breathing in around the waistband and the lower back. 3 breaths on this side, inhaling deeply and exhale fully. Inhaling And exhaling. And once more, breathing in deeply. Exhale fully. Slowly roll yourself right back to center. Hug your knees into your forehead, so raising head, curling in. And then slowly release the head, release the legs, and finish with the legs outstretched. Allowing the palms to face up. And inviting a little bit of stillness and softness. So inviting deep rest into every cell, letting your body just rest on the earth, absorbing whatever you needed most from this time and this practice, and resting each cell, letting your head be really heavy, softening your face, your jaw, your mouth, releasing any neck tension. Let the shoulders melt and soften. And just spread that sense of ease through the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, right down into the fingers. Each time you inhale, feeling your chest and tummy rise. And each exhale, inviting it to soften. And as you breathe, spreading that peace, ease, and softness through the chest, the tummy, to the upper back, lower back, middle back, the whole center of your body, bathing in rest, ease, and stillness. Then shifting the attention to the hips, your pelvis, your pelvic floor, your bum muscles. And if anything is gripping or tight, let it go, let it rest, let it soften. And sending those peaceful sensations from the hips through the front, sides, and back of your thighs, into your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, right up to your toes. Just the final few moments of this practice, bathing and resting every cell, really absorbing whatever benefits you got from this practice. Then bring a little movement into your fingers and toes. Slowly begin to bend the knees. If it feels okay to do so, take the knees into your tummy and have a little rock side to side. Maybe a few little circles using the knees to massage the lower back. It might even feel nice to stretch the legs towards the sky. A few little ankle circles, whatever feels nice and kind to your body. And then in your own time, slowly and gently, roll yourself right up to a seated position. Taking hands in prayer in front of your heart. And really filling your body with gratitude and love for gifting yourself this time. And take everything that you got from this practice to wherever you need it most. And really absorb the strength, the healing, the flexibility. Take your chin to your chest and rub your hands together. Let your hands rest around your eyes, at your head, be held. In your own time, let the eyes open, hands come back in prayer, head rolls back, and namaste.